Hey Frederinos, welcome back to Dergy be playing Persona 5 Royal.
Okay.
We can make sure the Phantom Thieves is a name we can hang our hats on, indeed. And with that, yeah, I think, okay, thankfully it allows you to do certain things around Leblon before bedtime. Well, actually, wait, no. Actually, I have a feeling it won't let me go out today. Yeah, okay. Yep, won't allow me to go outside yet anymore, so... Durgan kindness time. Da do 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 da do. Da do do do.
Oh.
Yeah, and you also get Sojiro points for it. And I'm trying to level him up anyway, so why the heck not?
Listen up.
Should have clean using your whole body, alright? Otherwise your arms will get tired too quickly. How do you know about cleaning, Morgana? You know about a lot of things, Friendo. It's amazing what he knows. It really is amazing what Morgana knows, if you think about it. Like, why does he have all this knowledge that has nothing to do with Phantom Thieving? Maybe it's to just guide us to make sure that we can be the Phantom Thief that we need. And so, I'm guessing, I don't know, something like that. I know it's explained at some point during the story, so I'll have to kind of try to fill in the blanks based on the information when it comes back up, because I don't really remember all the details whatsoever.
That should do it for now.
Yai. Kinder Durgan go yai. And we also ranked up. We are now considerate. Good, because I try to be considerate in my whole life. It's a good thing to work on, friends.
All right.
Hey. By the way, are y'all enjoying this? I hope so, because I'm a considerate Durgan man. Trying to make this enjoyable and fun and entertaining and interesting, and also just expressive and authentic. And I hope someone gets something awesome from that, even if it's just one person ever.
First off, I'd like to begin by congratulating you.
Yai!
To think our master would give words of praise.
You better treasure this moment, inmate.
Oh, I do. I treasure you being abusive to me. Do it more. I mean, what? I said nothing at all. Oh, God. Anyway.
You have encountered allies who share your ideals, and you have found your place in reality. The time has come. Your rehabilitation will soon begin.
Yai. Rehabilita, what now and the who what?
I shall explain it to you now. You have a special potential. However, that must be refined into a useful power. It is weak now, but refining it shall grant you the strength to stand against the coming ruin.
Yay, I like strength and avoiding ruin. Yay.
That is the rehabilitation cast upon you.
Okay. What coming ruin and the what now?
There are various means by which you may gain the power to resist the ruin. Fighting shadows and gaining experience is one way. The fusion process I taught you prior is another.
This is all possible because of our master's guidance, inmate.
I'm aware of this. It's actually more possible due to... Well, we'll give... I mean, maybe it is, but in basically, this is not the real League or Friends, as you know. Actually, I don't think that's quite true. I think it's their guidance. They as in the woman they actually are. The one goddess that those two have been split into because of this asshole. I'm pretty sure that's more accurately why we're able to do this stuff. Anyway.
Though it may be presumptuous of us, we have words of wisdom as well.
When you're out in reality, you better hone your relationships with those you have contracts with.
Oh, don't worry, I'm already working on that, because I've played Persona games before. Amazing.
Spending time with those people will lead to the cultivation of your relationships with them.
That does naturally occur, yes.
If you've got time to waste, you'd better visit your contractors, inmate.
I will!
That is another
doing
source
it.
of power to evade the ruin that our master has mentioned.
Don't worry, I'm on it, Grills. Dang it.
Thanks to the contracts you formed, your heart is steadily gaining the power of opposition.
Yeah.
It seems the rehabilitation is going well. This is a truly joyous occasion. I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift. May the devotion to your rehabilitation grow even deeper. I have high hopes for you.
Yeah. Dergy did it. He done did it. We.
All right.
Power Stick. The Confidant ability, Power Stock, increases the number of personas you can hold to 8.
The time has come. Return to your brief moments of rest.
And don't forget to go talk to your contractor's inmates.
I won't. Dang it. We're in contract with confidants. Sometimes a person you meet in town can become your confidant. If your goals align, you may be able to form a contract with them. As your relationship deepens, your rank with that confidant will increase. This will allow you to create even stronger personas. Ermagerd. Do your best to find confidants and strengthen these relationships. Strengthen them. Wow, strengthenation. That's a word now. I promise strengthenation is a word and isn't not a word. I absolutely promise. Why the heck does that keep happening? What is that error? At least it's if any of you know what the heck that error means, let me know. I'm just glad it's not it doesn't really seem to impede or affect the game at all, thank God. What is it, though? Anywho, I need to do something really quick. I'm making sure that my phone's charged this time, because I don't know if you watched it, but I do believe it was the last episode, but if you didn't, or if you didn't watch that part of it, essentially, towards the end, my phone died, and that's what I'm using to turn on and off my recording, basically. So, oh yeah, I do need that. It's much more convenient than, going over to my computer, because I'm using my monitor to play the game, and I have to go switch over to my computer. But anyway, I wish I had the money. I'd kill for a real breakfast.
Have you heard?
What about Big Bang Burger? The one on Central Street is holding a contest right now. The Big Bang Challenge or whatever. If you go at night, you can eat for only 500 motherfucking yen. Oh my god. You gotta eat one of their giant burgers though, right? How can anyone actually finish that? Through it by being a freaking god of all skills and being a master, the avatar of social and otherwise life skills. That's how you do it. Still 500 yen is a steal.
Wow!
Huge burger, huh? Interesting. I bet giving that a go will increase your guts and some other things. Actually, I don't remember how exactly it works. Actually, have I been able to even go to Big Bang Burger until this point? I haven't done so because I've been focusing on other things. I don't really know or remember. I'll have to try that in a later playthrough.
Like you heard last week, gym class is canceled today. Instead, I'm supposed to give you some guidance.
I'm not sure if this was voice acted in the original Persona 5. Anyone know? I know there's a bunch of new dialogue in this game, like I mentioned before, but yeah.
The gist is, don't go around talking about the incident. That's all.
I think this was in the original, but don't quote me.
The police are still investigating Mr. Kamoshida, so I can't say anything myself. As a teacher, though, I'm ashamed for not having noticed that a student was suffering like that.
Kawakami hug.
I'm not defending him, but as a colleague, he just seemed like, well, a normal person. Honestly, it still doesn't feel real. I guess people can have multiple sides to them.
Oh boy, yes we can.
The teachers have it rough, huh?
Oh yeah, I just remembered something I learned about psychology. They say that humans have several different personalities hidden in their subconscious.
Different personalities?
Oh, to be clear, I'm not talking about multiple personality disorder. These different personalities can be a different gender or a different age from you. I mean, if you think about how gods and monsters and myths were first based on the human image, if you actually saw one of those personalities with your own eyes, it might look like a monster.
And I feel like this concept was part of why the general Persona concept, how the general Persona concept came into the minds of the creators of Persona. I do believe that, I think maybe, I think there's also a psychology tinge to the SMT series, as far as I'm aware, it's more of a morality-based theming, though. I can't really speak too much on SMT, though, because I haven't played one of those yet. This year, I will fix that, though. This is going to be the year I play all the video games. Like, really sit down and play a bunch of different RPGs and things. It'll be great.
You all seem more alert than usual.
It's a very interesting topic. I would be very interested in this in real life as well if it was tangentialized in class like this.
Did I finally talk about something that interests you?
Yep.
Well, I'm just saying what I've heard. It feels like I just now understood what I learned long ago.
It feels like gaining that knowledge made me a bit smarter. That's what gaining knowledge is. Becoming smarter. Knowledge.
It ain't much, but we've been getting more postings on the Phantom Aficionado website. I want to make my friend apologize for not returning the stuff I lent him. Deal with that yourself.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if that knowledge up happened before. Don't quote me.
Hey, those girls.
You know that Phantom Thieves rumor about stealing Kamoshida's heart? I wonder if it's true.
It's gotta be made up. Do you seriously believe they exist?
But look what happened to Kamoshida.
He probably just couldn't keep hiding it after that girl tried to kill herself.
Yeah, you might be right. I guess there's no way they really exist.
Well, you're actually wrong, because this is anime.
Most importantly, it seriously sucks that our school is gonna be known for stuff like this.
I wonder if it'll affect our college entrance.
I have no idea if this scene was in the original either. Usually I remember more or less, but these two, I feel like this one was not. But again, I don't know. If y'all are aware, please let me know.
That's probably a normal reaction for now, but they'll see soon enough. If we can take care of 2 or 3 famous guys, people will have to believe we exist.
So about those big shots. We don't have any leads yet, right? Plus, there's that rumor about you two threatening Kamoshida, too.
Yeah, that does seem like a more believable explanation for what happened, so I don't really blame people for thinking about that, considering it was clear to the whole school, pretty much, that he had it in for us.
Looks like you'll just have to live a normal, honest school life for the time being.
You know, you keep saying that pretty often throughout the game, but then something comes up and we can't anymore.
Still, make sure you stay prepared just in case anything comes up, alright?
I'll keep an eye out for info on any big shots that might be coming around.
And I'll try to dig up some dirt online.
We went and formed the Phantom Thieves group, but we can't even find a target.
It's okay, one will come up soon enough, and frankly, if I was Joker, I'd be like, Ryuji, we shouldn't worry about trying to just desperately find a target. We need to find someone who we just know already is doing bad shiznit, and then we strike, you know? Like, we just, and that's what ends up happening, is people get personally involved, and then we realize that these people are bad through these other people's personal involvement throughout the game. It's pretty interesting. Anyway.
There.
I guess sometimes things just don't go the way we want them to.
Yuppity, but that doesn't have to mean anything negative, actually. In fact, that can often be a blessing in disguise. It can also often just strengthen us, even if it isn't really technically a blessing in disguise. Welcome to Optimism, friends. It's a good thing to have in my experience. And I don't think there's such a thing as... there is such a thing as blind optimism, but frankly, I still don't think it's a bad thing to be so optimistic. Because I don't tend to get blindsided by bad things that happen. I'm just like, oh well. Because I wasn't... A lot of people think that having too much optimism leads to that. In my experience, it doesn't. Having the amount of optimism I do is how I freaking continue on living, and doing, and being, and achieving, now that I've kind of got a better sense of self, too, and that sort of thing.
Excuse me. Did you wish to see me, Principal Kobayakawa?
I wish to see you, Makoto. This woman's voice has become one of my favorites. Because now she's in 2 of my favorite games of all time. This game, Persona 5, as her, Makoto. And the same woman voices the female V in Cyberpunk 2077, which... Just gonna go off the record for a second, okay? Or on the record. I want this to be on all the records. I play the base PS4 version of Cyberpunk. The issues do not matter to me because the story content and everything else that isn't the issues is so good to me that it doesn't fucking matter that the issues are there. Just saying. Like, Sony was dumb getting rid of that. And all the people that are railing against it just because there's a lot of bugs and glitches can go fuck themselves and grow up. I'm sorry. It just pisses me off because I love the game so much and the issues don't fucking bother me. Anyway, moving on.
You saw the state Kamoshida-kun was in, didn't you? It's as if his personality has completely changed.
I'm not sure I follow.
From what I've heard, it appears as though some students were meddling in his business. If they did something to him, who could they be?
Are you saying that these students may have caused Mr. Kamoshida to change?
That is what I wish to know. Even if it takes some probing into student matters, I would like you to look into this for me.
It is true that there are many rumors regarding Mr. Kamoshida, but do you mean all of this talk about those phantom thieves?
It is undeniable that Mr. Kamoshida has changed in some way. I'd like to have a grasp of the cause. This shall also ensure that I handle the mass media and police in the correct fashion.
Oh.
I will continue speaking to Mr. Kamoshida myself. Unless you find whomever did this, these irresponsible rumors will likely never die down.
In other words, I'm one of the biggest assholes in this game, both literally and metaphorically. Because I'm a fat bastard, if you didn't notice.
Don't
Fuck
you agree?
Fuck you, egghead.
You have been at the top of your class since day one. Your conduct is good, and teachers favor you.
Fuck you, egghead.
I could write you a recommendation for any college of your choosing, Makoto Nijima.
Fuck you, double-chinned asshole.
Thank you.
I wouldn't thank him for that, because... Now, granted, she's... You know, her sister is pressuring her big fucking time to just be an absolute kiss-ass, and that's the reason... And to just be a good girl and just keep your head down, get your grades, and do whatever you need to make sure that you get ahead, because Sai is... I mean, we'll see this later, but Sai is, very, understandably worried for Makoto's, you know, advancement, in society. I mean, hell, I'd say women still have a tough time advancing in society a lot of the time, but that's just really any minority. I'm in one of those minorities. It's called being, mentally impaired a bit. I'm autistic, I have ADHD, both are at a... I mean, I'm definitely very high-functioning autism, but my ADHD is extremely severe, like the executive functioning impairment is pretty hardcore in my case. So, you know, but anyway.
Your lineage must certainly play a part in this excellence. Your sister is still young, yet she holds an admirable position at the public prosecutor's office, no? If something disappointing were to happen here, that wouldn't reflect very well on your sister.
Why, how about you go fucking fuck yourself, you piece of shit. See, this way Makoto's set up to act in a pressured way that almost gets her killed. And we'll see that later, and... yeah, and I have a lot to say about the Sai situation, because it's actually rather personal to me.
Do you understand?
But we'll see that in a good bit here. How about you go fuck yourself, dude? I'm sorry, Makoto.
How wise. It's no wonder you're our student council president.
The tone makes me want to punch him so fucking hard.
I'd appreciate if you'd look into this as soon as possible. I ask that you begin at once.
I ask that you stuff it up your fucking ass, you piece of shit. I'm
Yes.
sorry, friends. I'm pulling out
Could you
all the
excuse me
stops
then?
with this asshole. Because he gets worse. Just fucking saying. Fuck him. So much. Fuck you, dude. I'm flipping this man off.
It's me, sir. My
Can't
apologies
see 'cause
for
I don't have
troubling
my
you at such a
cam
busy
up.
time.
But fuck you, dude.
Yes, it's about the matter we discussed earlier.
The matter about me being an asshole to this girl, and the fact that I'm actually secretly in league with all the people that are really behind all the worst shit, and that I'm evil and that I'm a piece of shit and I should go fucking die. But don't worry, he
I have
will go
all
fucking
bases
die.
covered.
And
The
I'm just
investigation will
smiling
begin
thinking about that.
immediately.
Because fuck this asshole. Fuck you.
Of course. Yes, I will get results. I should be able to update you soon.
Although, I will give him credit that, like, yes, I'm reactively knee-jerking because of the fact that he puts Makoto through the fucking ringer here. But, and she doesn't no one fucking deserves what she just went through. No one. No. Not even he would deserve this kind of thing. But you know what's funny is I kind of hypocrited myself there because, that's not really how you say that, but you know what I mean. He's kind of already, he's being put through the ringer himself. And that's why he's putting her through the ringer. So but at the same time, I feel like his actions are inexcusable. I feel like, honestly, if he wasn't so concerned with his own position in life, he wouldn't have had to go through this. You know? I don't know. Like, maybe he would have been in mortal life danger if he just refused. Probably. But, I don't know, man. Stooping to the levels he stoops to here still feel inexcusable to me.
Well then, I must be going. Thank you very much for your time.
Like, if I ever stooped to these levels, God, I wouldn't, I don't know if I'd I don't know if I should forgive myself. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what would drive me to do so either. Like, I don't think anything could, hopefully. I think most of us hope we wouldn't feel a need to act like Kobayakawa does throughout this entire game. Anyway, the police are really here. I saw them at the entrance. I saw them too. They were talking to the teachers. That change of heart thing's seriously amazing, huh? I hope they don't find out we're responsible. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. There's no proof it was us. That, anyone that isn't deciding that cognitive science exists in its complete reality would think anyway. We don't need to worry. You sound sure of yourself, but I mean, haven't rumors been going around about how you guys threatened Kamoshida? This world's Kamoshida shouldn't know anything about what actually happened to him, though. Still, we did what was right. Don't go freaking out over some label. I guess that's true. Man, I really can't wait to keep living this double life. Alright, Dirk, we're gonna be counting on you.
Hey, are you listening?
Hey, are you listening to my assholishness? Welcome to Mr. Asshole Maru and his shenanigans. You, pay attention. Is that how you listen when some asshole is talking to you? I feel a murderous intent. I'm probably gonna get bonked again. Yep. My proficiency isn't high enough.
Pay attention.
Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you, you fucking asshole. Fuck you, you asshole. Fuck you, you asshole.
Hey, have you seen that Phantom Aficionado website?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I'm the one who started it.
Oh, cool.
You guys are the Phantom Thieves, aren't you?
Give me some space, man.
Sorry. Although, if things really are as I think, I should keep it a secret. Kamoshida used me, and I did some horrible things to you guys. This isn't much of a way for me to apologize for it. But if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Okay, so, as far as I'm aware, a lot of people are annoyed by Mishima or don't like him, but God, this man reminds me so much of myself. He's smart, but doesn't really know how to use it, and also is really, really concerned, and really, really concerned about a lot of things that he probably shouldn't be, and really, socially awkward in every possible way, and a complete nerd as well. So he really reminds me of me for a lot of reasons, really. That's great, but I'm totally not. But yeah, see, he figured this out, you know? He's right, we are the Phantom Thieves. I find it interesting that all you can do is refute him here, really. Or at least try to refute him. I would be like, okay, fine, if he's not, you know, like, I would trust someone like him to keep this a secret, you know? But that's probably because I kind of get a lot of how his workings are, probably, because I definitely can see a lot of me in him. I can see a lot of me in a good few characters in this game, like, more than any other... I think more than any other video game that I can think of off the top of my head. Him, Futaba, Joker himself, I feel like there's other people. A little bit of Ryuji, too. That's mostly it, though, I think. But yeah.
It's not just Kamoshida. There are tons of evil adults out there. But I'm sure the Phantom Thieves will do something. They can't let this end after just one target. That's why I wanted to make a forum where people could post their problems. There are probably a lot of people who have high hopes for the Phantom Thieves' next move.
Oh, don't worry, we're aware and we're working on that.
So, I've also implemented an anonymous poll on the site. Do you believe in the Phantom Thieves or not? I want to work on this forum so eventually it'll be packed with tons of supportive posts. I'd really like to help out in the Phantom Thieves' acts of justice. Can I, please?
Okay, now we can just be like, okay, fine, and go along with them. In fact, I'm gonna be nice here. Sounds like fun.
I'll live up to your expectations. I promise.
I sense abundantly high expectations from Mishima, oh boy. This man reminds me. This is... Actually, no, yeah. I don't know why I didn't actually put Mishima in there. But that's probably because we were talking to him and I'd already mentioned it, but, yeah, Mishima's probably actually the closest person to me in this game. Or at least just generally how
Besides the public's
I
reaction
had seen myself in the past. Although I think I'm moving on, thankfully, from a lot of the types of, you know, unhelpful mental patterns and stuff that I can see in Mishima that I definitely have shared in the past to some degree or another.
Someone who enthusiastically cheered the Phantom Thieves on. Perhaps they were quite close. What do you have to say to that?
Sai's sharpness is really amazing here. I like how they do this, that they narratively tie in all the different characters, and she's able to guess that we had every one of these types of people.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the moon persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Using Personas of the Moon Arcana will now grant you XP due to Arcana Burst. Yeah. You can now sense Mishima support. Yeah.
See you.
Okay, see you, Mishima. Weep.
We heard all that. Jeez. It was a little awkward trying to figure out when to walk over here.
So that forum is Mishima-kun's.
Has he figured out our identities?
Even so, I think it'll be fine. He seemed to be playing it cool.
I guess we should have a little chat about this later.
I will say, though, a forum where people can post problems may prove unexpectedly useful.
Anyways, we gotta get looking for a new target.
And we need to stay sharp until we manage to find one. Once we do, we'll have to head into another palace. So we should prep our equipment and...
Wait! Oh, crap!
What's with you?
Don't we have an exam coming up?
Judging by that reaction, I'd assume you're going to struggle this time too.
Oof.
It's not like you're any better. All you're good at is English.
I'd rather that than be bad at every subject.
Oof, burn.
Even your Japanese is questionable at best, Ryuji.
How about everyone stop ragging on Ryuji, okay? This is one thing I dislike about the Persona series. Because they do this to poor Yosuke in Persona 4 as well. They have this one character that's the butt of every goddamn joke. And I hate that shit. Because I feel that. Because I've been that person sometimes. So, fuck you, dude. Like, seriously, fuck you both for doing that shit and quit it. Anyway, continuing.
What's questionable is whether you're really even a human.
Although, granted, Ryuji just isn't helping the situation by just batting every single thing back at Morgana. And that's really going to come to a head later. In a pretty situation later in the game.
Good comeback, huh?
Let's discuss this with our fists.
Morgana, you don't have fists, you have claws. Although, that'd probably be an advantage in and of itself. We're on Ryuji.
Bring it.
Will you two stop it?
I guess they could duke it out in the Persona world, though. I have a feeling Morgana would kick his ass, though. I have this feeling that Morgana would be able to just pwn the fuck out of Ryu. I have no idea, though. I mean, if they used Personas, that would get deadly, though. So I don't know, man. I really wonder who would win if they just fought in their Shadow World forms, just normally, without using their weapons or their Personas. Move to study, though. I'm not getting blamed for if your grades start dropping. There are various things to do around the city before your next target. Try listening to the rumors and visiting different locations. Perhaps you'll meet someone who has new information. Depending on relationships with your confidants can bring various benefits to the Phantom Thieves. Use your time wisely to get the best results. I feel like Morgana really would win that, because he's so nimble, and Ryuji's just kind of dumb and will just kind of try to brute force it. And I think Morgana will be a bit more, you know, he's definitely more agile, and I don't know. I think he'd use his brain to use Ryuji's size against him. And that's what I'm guessing would happen. Though I have no idea. And just use not just his size, but also Ryuji's probably, like, just, you know, blindly striking thing, because he's angry. But anyway, we can actually start hanging out with Anna today. But let's read Ryuji's text first. So you know how I was looking for somewhere good to train? Well, I found a great place. I can practice as much as I want now. This is kind of sudden, but want to go check it out today? I feel I can become closer with Ryuji thanks to the Chariot Persona Slime. I feel like my bond with Ryuji will go stronger soon. So what do you plan on doing? Want to hang out with Ryuji? Yeah, no. I will talk to Ann. Felt like someone was watching me this morning. Oh yeah, so Yusuke's already started basically stalking her at this point. What should I do? Maybe it wouldn't hurt at least to ask. No, but then Hedion seems depressed. Never mind, it's nothing. Oof. Dude. I should be able to invite her out with my... Yeah, okay, cool. I have a feeling that because I finally hit considerate kindness, that's how I can hang out with her. Because this wouldn't pop up otherwise, because that's on the second level. Pretty certain that's the case. So I'm glad I was working on that, because this is perfect, because I just hit that. Awesome. I'm fine, seriously, besides, I wouldn't want to trouble you. I want you to be able to rely on me. Huh? Oh, right. I guess I wouldn't be so bad talking about this stuff. Truth is, there's something I want to tell you. I feel like I can become closer with Ann thanks to the Lover's Persona. Yep, that's why I made sure I had one of those. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do.
Thanks!
Well, I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Do-do-do, do. There's something I want to talk to you about. It's Shiho. Yeah, I had a feeling. I mean, I would have had a feeling, like, unless I would have had a feeling if I didn't know that's where this went. Now, granted, I'd actually forgotten that's where this conversation went. I forgot what she talks to you about here, you know. But anyway. So, that was a genuine reaction there. Well, I went to visit her in the hospital. She said she was sorry. Sorry for not telling me about Kamoshida, about all the things he was doing to her. Yeah, she also mentions this after the whole Kamoshida thing, in that scene where it all wraps up in the gym. I remember that. But it was my fault, too. I didn't realize how much trouble she was in. I wasn't there for her. It's really easy to just kind of forget that other people are struggling, too, when you are. Believe me, I feel that. So I apologized as well. She's so strong. Isn't she? She really is a great girl. Oh, you're a great girl, Lon. Look at her. God damn it. The Durgan heart is so warmed. I'm tearing up a bit, too. This game does this shit to me. It's so just emotionally impactful in a really helpful and honestly therapeutic way to me. I'm glad I finally got to tell her everything I couldn't bring myself to say before.
Hey.
Yeah, that's always a good feeling to be able to do that, man. And, remember how Kamoshida threatened to take Shiho off the team if I didn't sleep with him? I'd only agreed to it so that it wouldn't hurt Shiho's dreams. Yeah, this also was mentioned before. But now that I think about it, he never would have put her on the bench and he never would have put her on the bench and cost his team games. I seriously should have dared him to try and take her starting spot. But in the end, maybe I just didn't believe in her ability. No, I don't think so. Kamoshida had the upper hand. That might have been true. But honestly, I think it was all because of how weak I am. That's why I believe Kamoshida's authority outweighed Shiho's own ability to earn a starting spot. If you start deciding that everything is your fault, then you're just going to suffer more and you're going to not take risks at all because you're so paralyzed that no matter what, you're going to fuck it up because you're so awful. Believe me, I've done this to myself countless times. I've done this to myself recently. I do this to myself about every day in some small way, but I'm starting to be cognizant of that and be able to change that and do less of it, and it's very powerful and very transformatively positive, and it's awesome. And this is kind of what An goes through from what I remember, and it's awesome. Derek, do you remember the last time I talked to you like this? When I got that phone call from Kamoshida and cried, yeah? I don't think anyone would be able to forget that. I felt so alone, scared even. But because you were there for me, I decided not to go. I was a little surprised at how pushy you were about it, but I see now you just wanted to help. Thanks. Aww! I couldn't just ignore you. You're so kind, Dirk. I try to be. People tell me this in real life all the time, and it just gets my heart all because good. If people think I'm kind, that's exactly what I hope I am to people, is kind and understanding and loving and helpful and fun and other things. I'm hoping people are thinking that about me. And of course, I would do it even if people weren't, as much as I possibly can. Back then, people used to call me all sorts of names. Prissy bitch, Kamoshida's girl. Yeah, nicknames suck, man. I try not to do that kind of a thing. Unless I really hate a character, then I just kind of say stuff like that, like, unconsciously. But I don't hate her, and, like, honestly, I don't tend to do it to any party members, only, like, villains and stuff. Anyway. But to tell you the truth, someday I want to be able to take labels like that in stride. Yeah, being able to do that is extremely powerful. I've been able to do that recently, and it's very, very, very good to be able to just brush that shit off. It takes practice, and it takes emotional resilience and understanding and firmness and groundedness in one's sense of self and one's goals and what one wants out of life and how one's going to try to do that, to get it. And also having realistic expectations of what you want out of life, about what you're going to do and what you're going to expect from that. And generally, what you want should be something that you know that you can more or less control, to a degree. Like, I want more, I want to be able to create things that make people smile, and I'm hoping to be able to create a lot of things that not just make people smile, but have a lot of positive impact and spur a lot of positive change in people. I want to be able to do that. Anyway, hey, personas are the power of the heart, right? That means if my heart gets stronger, my persona will too. And I'm hoping I'm doing that in some small way with some things I'm creating, and I would say that I have done so with other things I've made in the past already, which feels really good. You know, some people have said some really positive things about stuff I've made in the past, and I try to hang on to those when I feel like everything I do sucks, because it's really easy to get caught up in that if you're someone like me, but yeah. It's just a fallacy, and the more that you affirm that in yourself, it's easier to let go of those feelings and focus on what's important to you. And what's important to me is creating things that matter to people, hopefully, in a deep way, and at least matter to me in a deep way, you know, and express things that are important to me, to the world, and hope that, you know, more people catch on to it. And even if not, this is still therapeutic and extremely powerful for me to do so. And it makes me happy to do this, so I'm doing it. I'm here. Hello, friends. And I want to use that strength to help people around me. I hope we can save people from trouble, just like we did when we changed Kamoshida's heart. Though honestly, I don't even know what strong is. But I'm gonna find the answer, I promise. Aw, let's find it together. Huh? Really?
Thanks!
Aw, thanks. I feel like I'm... Aw, cute, on! I guess it doesn't really count, though, huh? Well, I'll be relying on you. Let's turn together and make our hearts super strong. Ah, she's cute. I love her. God damn it. She really is just a friend to my Joker, my headcanon Joker, though. Because the only, like, you know, he only has eyes in a romantic way for Makoto in my... And there's actually really good reasons for that. It's not just because she's my waifu. There's a lot of reasons why I think that Makoto should be Joker's canon girlfriend. It makes more sense that way. Lovers, girl talk. If negotiation with a female shadow fails, you can try again.
Alright.
Your Lover's Confidant has increased to rank 2. You will now earn more EXP from Arcana Burst when fusing personas of the Lover's Arcana. On can now use girl talk, which is a nice little way of... I'll have to remember how to do those, but I'm pretty sure... Remember how those work, but it's something that can trigger if negotiation fails, so you can, I think, try again? I think that's how that works. If I remember how to pull up those abilities, I think I can do so with status, so I'll do so whenever I remember, honestly, which hopefully is right after I finally gain control again. Strong heart, huh? How about this? I don't get any refills of Foundrix. I mean, they're free, so not getting any would mean I have strong heart. Right? Is that not right? Well, you're trying on, and I think that something you can take away from her social link is, as long as your heart's in the right place, it doesn't fucking matter if you fumble and fumble and fumble and fumble and do nothing right for a little while. As long as you keep your heart in that place. Because the moment it goes to, I suck so I'm not going to keep trying, it's in the wrong place. Believe me, at 26 years old, I've done that to myself enough to know when it's happening and then just course correct. And it feels so good when I finally course correct, you know? It's still hard, but goddamn is it getting easier and easier. It's still not gonna ever maybe be easy, but it doesn't have to be. I can still do it. I don't have to be devoid of anxiety and other bad feelings in order to keep going forward. I can deal with them. It's something that I'm learning more and more all the time, that I have more and more strength to do so. Because I'm resilient and I need to do that, and I'm resilient in doing what I need to do so that it's a little easier to do those things. And then I just do them easier and easier and easier. And I'm just gonna let myself do that throughout my whole life and see what happens, man. And continue to do things of more scope and scale and challenge that I feel really deeply connected to the idea of, and just see what happens, man. Oh, hey, it's me. Thanks for listening to what I had to say earlier. Now I feel like I have a better idea of who I want to be. Yeah, I feel that, and it's a great feeling, man. Also, I'm gonna think of how I can strengthen my heart. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. I hope you'll join me again next time. Aw, cute. Of course, you're my teammate. Thanks, you're such a nice guy. I love being called that, man. I love when people just recognize my efforts to be a good person. Of course, that's not the only reason I'm trying to be a good person. I think that, if everyone was a good person, the world would be better, and just generally it's better to be a good person, but it still really is nice to be acknowledged for that. And, yeah, so... Oh, how about you help me come up with ways to train my heart? Yes. So, a really good idea hits you, okay? Bye! She's adorable. I love her. Odds of being. I'd really, really be good friends with a girl like that in real life, I'm sure.
That's the key
In
to
fact,
this
hell,
place.
I mostly have female friends, so that's kind of an unrelated note.
You get to lock up from now on. I can't keep waiting for you to come home. Don't start any fires, okay?
Okay. You can now leave Young and Jaya at night. Yay.
Hey!
Do you want to go out now that we're allowed? Oh, and come to think of it, shouldn't we stop by the airsoft shop and ask about that paper bead? Yes, I believe that is a good idea. Also, before I forget, yay, I remembered the right button to use for the menu this time. Feels good, man. Alright, do you believe I need, is it confidant? Yeah, it's the confidant menu. So, there we go, there we go, girl talk. Hold on, there we go. If negotiation fails with the female shadow, if negotiation with the female shadow fails, you can try again. That's right. Okay, so it's different. It's certain types of shadows. Neat. Follow up. Chance to perform a follow up attack if Joker's attack does not down the enemy. Very, very neat here. But yeah, I'll keep working on and Ryuji for now, and Sojiro when I can too. No matter what others say, there are people who just don't change. I know I'll need a higher level of kindness for On 2. I do remember anyway. I do feel like... I feel like you don't need anything for Ryuji, though. I'm pretty sure you do... Or is it Charm, maybe, that you need for On? I'm pretty sure it's just kindness. And you need more kindness at a certain point. You're the only one who can change yourself. You get what I mean? Oof. He thinks about this stuff a lot. Let's see.
As if I care.
Yeah, I bet who he's thinking about is, you know, Futaba's uncle, though we don't know that's who that guy that came in that one time is yet in canon, but... Oh, that's right, I keep forgetting to look at the TV. Although, granted, in real life, I don't tend to really pay attention to what the TV's saying, frankly, but, you know. Hey there, our next features on Japanese artist Ichi Ryusai Madarame. Yep, you know, more and more hints as to what's going on with our targets, you know, keep trickling in as, you know, the story progresses into the next arc there. There's a lot of good setup for all the arcs in this game. Definitely, I would say. His many works fetch extraordinary prices, even overseas. He's truly a world-renowned artist. Madarame takes in children with no family as his pupils, giving them a home, right? He's a saint. Yeah, that's what he wants you to believe, that's for sure. He did a good job of making people believe that, but is he? Spoiler, no. Anywho, friends, for now, I will leave it here. I hope y'all have a lovely, lovely day, and, yeah, see you next time. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to. That helped me out a lot. Bye-bye for now, friends.